Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Michael White. Welcome to today's live stream. We're actually going to be having a very interesting conversation today about should you cut off your friends for your relationship. Now, this is a very, very hot one because we also have a video to share. We're also going to give our take on the matter as well. Anthea will be in here in a couple minutes. And what I'm going to do is actually, before we get started, I actually wanted to say thank you to our audience. You guys have been liking, watching, subscribing to all of our content. Like, we really appreciate it. Like, you guys are really going to help us get to the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. And we're really grateful that you guys actually enjoy the content. Because as I said, none of this would be possible without you guys. Right? So because we have you guys, we want to keep giving you good content. We want to keep giving you content that you want to watch. You know, we also understand that we don't want long-winded content. We want to try to keep it short, sweet, straight to the point. You know what I mean? You guys have other things to do, things in your lives that you're focused on, and we don't want to take that away from you. So, you know, with all that being said, you know, I just wanted to give a thank you to everybody who supports the channel, who's there for us, who likes what we do, and is a firm supporter. And Anthea is here.
Hi. Yes, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for every moment of it, to be fair.
Yeah, like we wouldn't be the Love and Relationship podcast without you guys.
For sure.
So, you know, you guys are also going to get the short clips from Friday's episodes. Don't worry about it. We're going to give you those. We haven't forgotten about it. We're going to upload them sometime today.
Oh, they've been uploaded already.
Yeah. So they'll be able to watch those, the ones that we did on Friday, which was a fantastic episode. So let's not keep you waiting. Let's share today's episode. We're going to be reviewing a content creator that we love and adore, named Olivia Alexa. It's a short video. I've watched it. Anthea hasn't seen it yet. We're going to play it, and then we are going to give our thoughts on it.
Listen to your man when he says he doesn't like so-and-so and doesn't trust so-and-so. Don't be so quick to dismiss him, because a lot of times the people that are the closest to us can see things that we're blind to. Ever wondered why after getting into a relationship with a guy, some friends start acting brand new and trying to start drama in your relationship? The thing about friends is that they can either uplift your life or ruin it. There's a statement that's always stuck with me. Your circle reflects your stage of life. And sometimes as a woman, you need to cut off your friends for the sake of your man. And for the record, I'm talking about toxic people who call themselves friends. The ones you keep around only out of familiarity because you've been friends for X amount of years and y'all are like sisters. Here's what I mean. We all start life making friends, and yeah, we love to keep them forever. But the reality is that elevation requires separation. Sometimes people grow and change, especially when it comes to getting into a relationship. As a woman, when leveling up your life and building your future with a man, you can't expect friends living a single life to be able to add value to your involved life. What advice would they actually be able to give? You're in a different lane than they are. Yet there's a lot of women who are choosing their friends over their man. Pay close attention to the type of energy they give off. If they say things like, but you're settling down so early, you're missing out on life getting tied down, those are the friends that need to go. Because as women, sometimes we ignore the signs of their envy. Listen, there's so much power in the company you keep. Like, what are you doing with a bunch of single female friends anyway when you're pursuing a life with someone, together with someone? Y'all aren't even in the same ballpark. Your similarities are more narrow now. They don't run as parallel as they once did when you were both single. And don't let those friends guilt trip you into messing up your relationship with that, oh, we don't even hang out anymore. You're always with him now. Like, that's your man. Who are you supposed to hang out with? People's true colors show when they feel competition is near or when they feel like that they're getting passed up in life. Because when they can't guilt trip you, their toxic behavior begins to show. And who you thought was your bestie was only your bestie when it meant that you weren't elevating past her. Mm-hmm. Cut them off. You need friends who can give you advice through your relationship, not push you to do whole activities the moment that you and your man get into an argument. So with that being said, until the next video.
She said a lot.
Okay, let's unpackage it then. So
She
you
said a
go,
lot.
you go first.
Well, the last bit that she's saying, it's very true. I think you've got a bit, you've got to understand your man, understand your friends before you come to that judgment as well, because you get a lot of, not that you get a lot of, but you could be in a relationship that there's two different ways of it happening. A relationship where someone's telling you, trying to dominate you, and actually they're the toxic ones trying to stop you from being around your friends. Let's say they're not toxic in that sense, and the guy is trying to stop you from just having any kind of social around you, then that's one thing. But then, like she said, there's the other side of it, where if you have single friends, you've elevated past them, and you're not saying, oh, I'm hierarchy than you, or I'm something better than you. I'm just doing something different to what we used to do. And a lot of people don't keep up with that. They want to keep you to how they know you to be. So they're in their safe zone, like she said, because if you're acting the same way, then there's nothing for them to have to guess. They just know what's going to happen. But once you start to elevate and you've met your man and you're happy with your man, then absolutely, if your man says, listen, they've really become a bad influence on our relationship, and you go, well, F you, they're my friends, then you don't deserve that man, to be fair. Because I think you need to have the respect for your man in the first place. Otherwise, don't get into a relationship. If you want to have your single friends be around you, and you want to be going out with them on the weekend, and you want to be going and do stuff with them, and then don't get into a relationship. But if you're prepared and you're ready and you want to step into your relationship with your man, then yes, you're going to hang out with your man. You're going to be with your man and you're going to do things with him. But going to your single friends is not the way forward. They will just hold you back and ruin your relationship. And when they get in a relationship, they're not going to listen to you, my darlings.
I love that you said that. See, it's funny though, because she said something at the beginning of this live stream that literally we could just end the live stream right there. Listen to your man.
Yeah.
Like no joke. Like if you've picked a good guy, we're not talking about a Dusty. We're not talking about a guy that's not good to you. We're talking about a good man, a good, wholesome man. And he tells you, I think you need to let your friends go. He's not making you choose the relationship over him, but he's saying, I can't be in a relationship with somebody that has friends that do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's inconducive to our relationship. Because if stuff goes left, which it always does in a relationship, what's the first thing those friends are going to tell her? Leave him. He's no good. We told you, come out with us. Come have a fun time.
And I think that's another thing though, isn't it? Don't discuss your relationship with your friends. If anything happens, if you have a little disagreement with your man, don't go run into your friends, your single friends, to tell them. Don't go run into your single friends, because as soon as you go run into your single friends, the first thing they're going to say is, don't let him do that. Who does he think he is? You need to leave him. You need to walk away from him, saying that they're empowering you. And actually, it's not that, because if you go to your married friends, they will tell you different, because marriage takes work. Sorry?
They'll tell you, go work it out.
Yeah, they'll tell you, go, of course. They'll tell you to go and sit and work it out. Go and find your solutions between the two of you and move forward, move past it. Not go and get into an argument or tell your man to get lost or it's finished. And it's actually sad what happens. And it's, so many people experience this, don't they, where they go and tell their friends and they don't realize that their single friends are actually hurting them. Sorry?
They're a detriment to their relationship.
Yeah, but they don't realize it. And because, like she rightfully said, but she's been friends for so many years, that's not the point. It's like being in a relationship, in a toxic relationship, and staying there because you've been with them for a number of years. If they've got to a point where it's so toxic, why, just because of the number of years, you're going to continue and have more number of years to add on to that toxic relationship? And the same with your female friends or your male friends, or whoever you've got around you. They're exactly the same. If they're feeding you things that's not helping you grow and elevate and become the better version of yourself, then they're not right for you anymore. And It's not that they're bad people. It's not that there's something wrong with them. It is just that you have outgrown that relationship, and it's not a bad thing. People need to stop taking it as a bad thing. It's just called growth, you know.
See, my thing is this: women think they can have it all. They think they can have the good guy, but then still go out and party on the weekends and dress a certain way and still get the benefits of being in a relationship.
Well, to be fair, there's relationships that are like that. And again, that's not, if that's what works in people's relationships, because some women do have that. They do get to be able to go out and on the weekends and still
to the club.
And to the club. Yeah. I know people who go out to a club on the weekend and they have their other half. They've been with them for 20 odd years. And I don't think it's a bad thing because it works for them. I suppose they've been together so long that it's not, nobody's jealous of anyone else. They're grown people. They're fully grown adults. They will go out. They will have their time out separate to one another. But they trust and honor and know each other. And
for some people that works, but we also got to look at it. That's a single people environment.
Yes,
that's why for me, it's a no. Like, it's a no-go. Like, if you're in a relationship and you want to go to the girls to a single people environment. Now, if you're going out to dinner, that's different. But a single people's environment where you know men are drinking, you know men are going to be lustful, you know they're going to be inappropriate, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. So that's why, as I always say, and I love that what she said in the beginning, listening to your men. Now, you should listen to a man that you've deemed worthy. That's the key thing, that you've deemed worthy. You vetted him. He's a good fit. You guys are on the same page, because men admire respect. So if you're not listening to him, it shows that you don't respect him. If he tells you, hey, like, your friends are a detriment to our relationship, and you're like, I don't care, then it shows that you don't respect his opinion at all. And I think a lot of times we have to be open in a relationship. Our partner is going to say things that we don't like. And we have to ask ourselves, are they good to me majority of the time? If they are, you have to consider they might be right.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You can't just because somebody has said something in where you've taken it the wrong way, or it's been said that's upset you. It doesn't mean that's the end of a relationship, for goodness sake. You know, like you said, you look at the bigger picture of your relationship. And actually, if you're in a respectful, first and foremost, loving, happy relationship, and I don't mean, you know, as in like a majority of the time in your relationship, and these things happen, you're not going to take it so heavy, and you're not going to take it on board like that, because you know your relationship. So there's no doubt in it. It's like he says something, you'd just be looking at him like, did you just say that? Like, you know, I don't think that maybe that should be said, or you'd sit and talk to him about it, or he would talk to you about it. So I think the healthy relationships will find their way and have their solutions to everything. And if you're one of those people who have listened to your friends, then you just have to take that experience and learn, and just know, don't do it again. If you hear it, if you get into a relationship, because so many people do that, and then they resent their friends for telling them to leave, or they'll try and be sneaking around and try and see that guy anyway. But actually, it's not about anybody else. This is about you. You have to wake up with this person. You have to live with this person. You have to have a relationship with this person. Nobody else. So it's none of anyone else's business, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like, I'll be honest, guys, it's a two-way street. Like, if I had a girl and I was in love with her, we'll call her Sally, and I had a best friend named like Mary, and my girl Sally said, like, look, Michael, I don't really feel comfortable with your relationship with Sally. You guys go out for dinner every weekend. You guys have coffee when you're alone. You've never introduced me to her. I would say, look, I'll either introduce you to her or I'll let her go. It's that simple.
Yeah, I don't know, Michael, on that one. If it's just, it depends again. Like, you can't just tell me she's got to go.
Time with a woman alone when I'm in a committed relationship, unless it's for like business, whatever. But if she told me that relationship made her feel uncomfortable because of the amount of time, Yeah, because the amount of time that I was spending with her, like if I was going out with this girl every weekend, we're going out for
Yes.
dinner,
No, I hear that.
and she was to say, like, look, like this relationship that you have with Sally makes me feel uncomfortable, or Mary makes me feel uncomfortable. I would say, look, I'll introduce you to her so it can kind of get rid of the doubt.
Yeah.
Or I'm open to letting her go because it's inconducive to what me and my girl are building.
See, do you know what? Sorry, I just took it as two female friends going out, like having a coffee and whatnot. But obviously, a male with a female and there's a girlfriend involved, then actually, obviously, that's, you know, and I think, again, that will happen if somebody asks them to leave. That's a respectful and loving and wanting to grow and elevate relationship. Then each one would listen to one another. But again, if it's not, then it's not going to work, because if it's not that, it's going to be something else.
Well, let's do it vice versa. Let's say you were dating a guy named Mark, and then you were going out with this guy named Paul like every weekend, or he was just texting you from time to time, and you guys would hang out, go for coffee, but your boyfriend Mark's like, look, I don't feel comfortable with this relationship that you have with this man. How are you going to go about it?
Well, like I said, it literally, if I'm in a healthy, respectful relationship that I want to be in, and I want to be part of the growth of my relationship, then I'm walking. I'm not having a male friend, stop my relationship moving forward. I'm too grown for that. It wouldn't happen. For me, it's like there's no rocket science behind it.
Like you would let it go, like you would say,
straight away. That relationship, because I'm what weight does it have? What does it do for me in my world? At the end of the day, if I want him that much in my life, then I should be with him. You know what I mean?
Point, though. Exactly. If you want him that much, then you should go be with him.
Yeah. And I don't think that's a bad thing either. If I'm choosing, then at least I'm not leaving my man hanging and letting him think that actually we're going to go somewhere, but my interest sits with another man because I keep on kind of spending time with him. And my man said, Lee, can you I don't feel comfortable with this. I would prefer you not to see him. And then I turn around and say to him, oh no, I'm not going to do that. Who do you think you are? Well, that's disrespect there and then. So,
well, I want to say something very interesting. When did we become so childish and entitled? Right? Like, when did we stop having grown folk conversations? If your partner says that they're uncomfortable with something, especially if it's with with the opposite sex or a certain friend group that you have, when did we start throwing tantrums? When did we start, I'm not doing this, screw whatever you, and all these things, and then start being belligerent to our partners? Like, when did we become so entitled? Relationships are not a right. They're a gift.
They are a gift.
You are not entitled to a relationship.
No.
So if this person gives you a relationship, you guys both decide to commit to each other, that's a choice. It's not something you deserve. So if you are choosing to be with this person, why would you put yourself in compromising situations with certain friend groups that are going to affect your relationship? I have married friends. I don't get to talk to them all the time. It sucks, but you know what? They have other priorities. Their wife, their kids, all those other things. You can't knock them for that.
Mm-mm.
You can love them, but you cannot knock them from wanting to be in a loving relationship that goes somewhere.
Yeah. And I think it's always a choice, isn't it, Michael? Like you said, every moment is that choice. If you choose to spend that time with that male, then don't be in that relationship, or get with that male. And if that's what you both want, but don't stay in a relationship when you're thinking about somebody else, or you're making plans to meet with somebody else,
or bad friend groups. Yeah, like you're doing like these shady things. Like I know girls that are like, the guy will tell them, I don't really like your girlfriends. The girl's like, okay, but then she's like sneaky linking around saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Sally's, but they're really going to the club.
Yeah, no, that's just not a healthy relationship, full stop. Like, if you're lying to your partner like that, then it's, you know what, it's this is the whole thing we say about vetting people, right? Because once you understand somebody, then you can make those choices along the way, can't you? You know, how can I say, if you say to somebody from the beginning, you know, what are you like with being in a relationship and then going to clubs, and they turn around and say, well, you know what, when I'm in a relationship, there's no man on this planet that's going to tell me whether I can go to a club or not. Like, listen to what people are saying, right? Yeah. So if your man's saying to you about a woman or another opposite sex around, and you have built that relationship on respect, love, and you're at a certain point, then there isn't a question about it. There isn't. And the second you question it, and the second you turn around and think, oh, who do you think you are? Then to me, walk away from that relationship. It's not for you.
Or that friend.
Sorry?
Or that friend.
Or that friend, yeah. Literally. Just walk.
Because I would say, and I like to say this too, and I find this very interesting. Single women like to keep other women single because they don't want to see them in a happy relationship.
Absolutely.
They don't want to see them leave the pack.
Absolutely.
Because when they see this girl, like the girl that they used to go clubbing with and drinking with, now she's all settled down, good, not doing those things.
Oh, it all becomes negative talk, doesn't it? Oh, look at her.
Yeah.
Who did you think she is?
Yeah, Sally's got a man now. Like,
she don't talk to us anymore.
Yeah, Sally only cares about her man. Sally makes sure she's home at 9 for her man. Like, all these things.
Damn right.
Because
if it's a good relationship, Sally, that's what you do.
Yeah, because they want Sally to be single with them.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't think it's something where when women, or even, I don't know if men do this, but when women do this, I don't think it is like, it's not a malicious thing. It is just that human, say, competition.
Well, women like to stay in a pack. They operate in packs. So when someone leaves the pack, it's like, wait, what? Why?
Yeah. So let's all cuss her. Let's all make her wrong for what she's done, when actually she's done what every single one of them want to do. And that's why they're reacting like that, because that's what they want and that's what they haven't got. And then they start, well, how come she got it? Well, she's like this and she's like that and she got a man. Like, I don't understand. Like, why has she got it? Well, actually, no.
Think about it. That's supposed to be her friend.
Yeah, supposed to be. But friendship is friendship when they, it's like it's pick and choose, isn't it? It's like when it's something that suits the other person.
You. Yeah, you like it when it benefits you.
When it benefits you, when it suits you, when it benefits you, you'll have that interest and you want to support. But when it doesn't benefit you, when you feel like,
then you're mad.
Yeah, then it's just all craziness. It's literally like all hell breaks loose in that. I think once you've got your man and you're happy, you know you're happy with your man. That's what you want. You both want to build a relationship together and you're very happy together. Then definitely, for me personally, the friend has to go if that's how your man comes to you.
Yeah, or friends, more than one.
Or friends, yeah. But if it's a relationship that's not congruent like that, it's out of alignment, it's completely all over the place, it's a mess, then and your friends are saying to you, listen, this is unhealthy, then okay, that's completely different. So please don't get me mixed up in what I'm saying. So don't start saying you've got some really controlling man that comes in and tries to dominate your life and take over and completely ruin your life and try and get rid of everyone that you love and know, then that's completely different to what we're actually saying here, right?
What I find crazy though is when women don't want to cut off their friends when this man A wants to marry you, B wants to provide for you, C wants to have children with you. Like, he's been like pretty clear on these things, and you're still like, well, no, like, I'm not cutting off my friends for you. But this man has declared that he wants all these things from you, and you don't want to give up your bad friend group?
No. Because it's fear, isn't it, Michael? It comes back down to that. Every choice is made out of fear or love, and they literally fear that they're not going to have their friends, or they're not going to, what am I going to do when I'm by myself? It's not about that. You got to put your big girl pants on, man. It's time to grow up, get up and do your own thing, you know. If you're holding on to your friends, you're just going to stay at that level. You have to learn to be
to elevate.
To elevate and to be that soldier by yourself out there. And like, even when you've got a man, you still got to go and do certain things by yourself. So you don't need to rely on, and especially like
the dynamic changes though. That's the only thing. Like once you get into a relationship, certain behaviors that you used to do when you were single, you might not do when you're in a relationship.
No, absolutely not. Well, I hope you wouldn't do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like we're hoping, but that's what I mean. Like people don't understand that it is a transition phase. They don't understand that. So a lot of times they'll bring their single behaviors into a relationship, and it's like, no, there's certain behaviors that you're not allowed, that are inconducive to a relationship. So let's say, for example, you're in a healthy relationship. Do you think clubbing every weekend is conducive to a relationship, or having certain amount of male friends is conducive to a positive, healthy relationship? I don't think so. So I think the key goal is to find out what habits and skills do you need to have to be in a relationship.
Yeah, and be prepared to implement those habits and skills.
Exactly. Be prepared to implement them. Oh, the things that I did when I was single, I can't do when I was now that I'm in a relationship. Like one of the things is let's say, for example, I'm dating a female. I can't just do whatever I want, like go out every weekend, do whatever, and do what I want. Not that I answer to somebody, but it's a respect thing.
That's what I mean. It comes down to respect again, doesn't it? It always comes back to respect. Once that platform has been laid down, once that is there and that respect, you're building that relationship from respect. I think your man can honestly say anything to you, and you'd want to follow his lead.
Yeah, you're more open to adhering to like his leadership.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're in a relationship that there's a lack of respect in a huge way,
you wouldn't even be there.
Sorry, you're not going to want to be there. Exactly.
So for me, like that's where it is. Like if I'm dating someone and I say, look, like I'm going out with the guys this weekend, I can't just go out with the guys and then she's like, well, I tried calling you this whole weekend and you didn't answer. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's just different things that you got to do when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So we won't drag this on for too long, guys. We want you guys to have a fantastic evening. Thank you for plugging in. Before we end, please like, share, subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. We put all the links down below for YouTube. You know what I mean? We're giving you guys blast full of content throughout the week. For you guys to follow us, help us grow, learn from our mistakes. We say it all the time. We are not a dating and relationship channel. We like to have the conversations about dating and relationships, because the end goal is it's either going to uplift your relationship or it's going to end it. That's it. That's what we do here.
And it really does come down to that. I think one of the things I would say is, on just ending on here with, should you cut off your friends for a relationship? If you're in a respectful, loving relationship that you want to be in, and you guys are getting married, you're having children, you're building that life together, please don't listen to your single friends, because they're not doing it.
They don't have your best interest.
Benefit. Yeah, it's not for your benefit. It's not in your best interest. It's in their best interest. And I'm not saying they're horrible people. It's just a human behavior that people will do. They'll try and keep you there so that just to make them comfortable, basically. So just
they don't want to see you go.
Yeah, they don't want to see the back of you. They want you there with them doing all the things that they do. But now once you're in a relationship, that changes. That honestly does change.
It does.
It does. And I think you should need to accept that, or don't get in a relationship at all.
I love that you said that, though, because we're already strapped for time as it is. If we do like the logical thing, let's say you have a job or you have a business, right? That takes up majority of your time. Then you squeeze a partner in there. Your friends, like, that's a luxury at that point for you to hang out with your friends. That's a luxury here and there for you to hang out with them, because again, You're busy doing all these other things to elevate your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. That's what it comes down to.
That's how I've always viewed it. It's like if you're in a relationship and you're busy with work, fitness, your 9 to 5, your business, whatever it is you're doing. If your friend says, "Hey, like, do you want to go out for a drink?" That's like a luxury. It's like, oh shoot, like you hit me up, like cool, like we'll go out. But it's like your life's already packed. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have time to listen to people that will bring you down, that won't give you fresh perspective. Because good single friends can give you good perspective, good ones, not malicious ones that want to bring you back to come be single with them, but good ones. Hey, go work it out with your girl. Do this, or work it out with your man, or like good single people can actually help you. But we're talking about the ones that are not, and you have to be able to identify them correctly.
The difference.
So we will end it off there. We greatly appreciate everybody. As I said, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, share, comment on the content, guys, because if you do and you get us to 1,000 subscribers, we are literally going to do a live stream on just a party. No topics, just a party talking about the vision. There will be cake. We are just going to have a good time. It will be our
I look forward to that.
Party for hitting 1,000 subscribers. It might be a cigar, might not be, and we're going to live stream it, guys. There'll be cake. We're going to talk. Me and Anthea, we're going to talk. We're going to have fun. We're only going to do this if we hit 1,000 subscribers. So help us get there, guys. We really appreciate it. We're going to grind the axe for us, for you guys, to give you guys the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge so you can move appropriately, not just in your relationship, but also in your single life.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.